Welcome to the class of Technomathematics. So today we are taking again a question from circle, okay, where you can see a circle is given to you, and from an external point, let's say this is the external point P. So from an external point P, two tangents are drawn. If this is the external point P, through these two tangents are drawn at PA and PB, right? So let me draw it. It is just touching the circle at a single point. That's why the property of a tangent, right? And from here also you can see this tangent is drawn, right? So from P, it is touching the circle at a point A. So PA will be the tangent, and another point touching the circle at another point, let's say B. So that's why PA and PB are the tangent. But into this question, it's given that the length of PA is only given to you, that is 14 centimeter, right? Apart from this, it's given that at any other certain point E on the circle, another tangent is drawn. So let's say this is the point E. This is the point E through which another tangent is drawn, like this, touching the circle and just grazing it like this, right? Now, what we need to do, we need to find the area of this triangle, right? Area of this triangle need to be calculated. So what is this triangle? So it's given that from the E, the tangent which is drawn, it intersects PA and PB at C and D respectively, right? So this tangent which is drawn from E intersecting PA and PB at C and D respectively, right? Now we need to understand, we need to find that if PA is 14 centimeter, this is the length of PA. So it's given that if PA is equal to 14 centimeter, right, then we need to find perimeter of what? Triangle PCD. Triangle PCD, that we need to calculate. This is the question. So students, it's given that PA is 14 centimeter. That means the length from P to A, this is given to you, and this is 14. You can see. So you know the property of the theorem from the circle, that for the tangent drawn from any external point to any circle, to one circle, any fixed circle, how many tangents you can draw? Two tangents. So all the length of all these two tangents are equal. So since the length of PA is given to you as 14 centimeter, so using that theorem we can write PA is equal to PB, right? And since PA is 14, so PA equal to PB equal to 14 centimeter. So this we derived. So that means the length of PB is also known to you, that is 14. Now you need to find the perimeter of this triangle PCD, just which I have shaded in orange. To find this, we need to know the length of PC, right? So what is the length of PC? What is the length of PD? And what is the length of CD? Once you know all this, just add, okay, then you get the perimeter of triangle PCD, isn't it? So to calculate PC, what you can do? To calculate PC, you are knowing the length of PA, not PC. So let us say the length of C to A, this portion. I'm just making it little bold. Let us assume the length of CA as equal to x. right? Similarly, hi funny chant. So similarly, you can assume the length from B to D, this one, making it bold. Let us assume this length as equal to, let us say, y, right? So earlier CA we have assumed it as x, right? I'm writing it again, and this as y. So what we can do, if we are knowing the length of, hi funny chant, so if you are knowing the length of PA, then PC can be calculated as PA minus CA, isn't it? If PA is 14, just put up this value. If PA is 14, right, then, and CA we have assumed as equal to x, right? Hi Satyam. So if this is x, then minus CA, just put up the value of x which is subtracted from 14, then you get the length of PC. The length of PC, that means this one side of the measurement of one side of this triangle you have calculated, and that is nothing but 14 minus x, this one, 14 minus x, right? Now similarly for PD, what you can do, for PD you calculate the, you are knowing the length of PB from here, PB equal to 14, so just write PB minus DB, DB. And what is the length of PB? PB is nothing but 14. PB is nothing but 14, right? So what we will do, just write 14, right, minus DB. What is the length of DB? We have assumed it as equal to y. You can see it, right? So 14 minus y is the length of PD, this one. So this we get as 14 minus y, right? Hi Bipin Shah, Bipin Kumar Shah. So this you get as 14 minus y, right? And for the earlier PC, you have calculated 14 minus x, right? Now you are knowing the length of PC, 14 minus x. You are knowing the length of PD, 14 minus y. This one, right? And what is the length of CD? Since the length of CD can be written as equal to CE plus DE, CE plus DE, isn't it? And using the same property, tangents drawn from the external point to a single circle, to a common circle, are always equal in length. So if the tangents are drawn from C to A and C to E, right, then if CA is x, then what is the length of CE? It's also equal to x. This one is also equal to x, right? This one is also equal to x. Similarly, from the external point D, from this external point D, if tangents are drawn at DB and DE, hope you understand. From the external point D, if two tangents are drawn DB and DE, and if DB is y, what is the length of DE? It's also equal to y, right? So here we can say that CE plus DE will be equal to x plus y. So in this way we are getting the complete tangent, this dotted line, right? So you get this length as, this x plus y. Here it was the center. So x plus y is CD. CD is equal to nothing but x plus y, right? So CE is x, putting it over again, what I've written it over here, x plus y. So, as we have already said, what is the perimeter? What is the perimeter? Perimeter is simply add PC plus PD plus CD, then you get the perimeter of triangle PCD, right? So when you add all these three, just add. When you add, you can see plus x will cancel this minus x, minus y will cancel this plus y, and we have 14 plus 14 which is left. So we get perimeter of triangle PCD is equal to 14 plus 14. So which is coming as equal to 28 centimeter. So this is your answer. This is your answer. Right? So in this way, students, we have solved this question. We have calculated the perimeter of this triangle PCD, and this is equal to 28 centimeter. Right? So I hope you like the today's session, students. If you find it useful, you can be connected. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.